Okay, Bruce Chamoff. Hey, do you want to get more podcast downloads? You can do it by getting people to binge watch or binge listen to your podcast. We got to take lessons from Netflix. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, you can just listen along, but I'm also going to have the link in the YouTube video as well, so you can definitely go from the audio to the video at the same time, or whatever you want to do. But we're getting people to binge watch or binge listen to our podcast. And let me tell you, first of all, if you love this video, you like the advice I'm giving you, you can subscribe to the podcast, subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube as well, and thumb up this video if you're watching the video. And I want to hear your comments. I want to know if you actually do what I'm going to tell you to do. Do the binge watching strategies. Now, we got to look at what Netflix does, because Netflix and Hulu, they always come out with the episodes from the entire season all at once. I know that most of us can't do that with our podcast, but if we can, that would be fantastic if you can do that, because now you're going to get more downloads right away, very fast. But again, I know most of us don't do that. Most of us podcast where we have one episode at a time, and then we release that episode, and then the next scheduled day, the next episode goes out. So in that particular time, or that strategy, how do we get binge watching and binge listening to going on? I'm just going to call it binging, all right? So basically, what we have to do is utilize the hyperlinks that come with our podcast hosting. That could be from Libsyn, Anchor, Buzzsprout, whatever, Podbean. And they give you links. Now, first thing is, in your show notes, you want to put a section to highlight other episodes, okay? Other episodes are really big. You have a link that will say previous episode, another link that will say next episode. Now, I know that your next episode isn't done yet. So when you release that next episode, go back to the previous episode and put that hyperlink in and say next episode. So you want to, basically, every episode is going to link to every other episode, both from the previous one and the next one. And I understand you can't just keep doing next episode when you're only having a current one. But that's when you go back and edit your podcast show notes. That is one big strategy. Now, something else, if you want to get more links to other episodes, you can just have a featured episode section or related episode section in each of your show notes. And this way, you'll get the links. Now, here's the cool thing. ChatGPT and Google will follow those links. Okay? And that is really cool, because they're going to start indexing and showing all of your episodes from the previous and the next episode. That's really important. So keep that one in mind. Now, one thing that I want you to do is I want you, in your audio, your podcast audio or the video, tell people, in the next episode, this is what we're going to be talking about. And then stick with that. Because you're going to get your audience, you're going to leave them wanting more. And in show business, that's what they say, leave them wanting more. When you see a rock concert or a pop star, like, let's say Taylor Swift, she doesn't play every single song in her catalog. She leaves a few out. The next concert, she might play those songs. So that's what we want people doing with our podcast. We basically want them to want more. And it's going to take a while. But that's a great way of making them come back to your podcast over and over and over again and download or listen to those videos or audio. You're going to get them to binge your podcast. It's really cool. It goes viral. It's a marketing technique. It's so much more for what you want to do. So definitely, I'd say go ahead and do that. Now, in your audio, this is something else you can do. Right before you talk about the current episode, you're going to also say, in the last episode, this is what we discussed. And that's cool, because somebody listening might say, oh, I better not listen to this episode. I better go back to the previous one. Then they go back to the previous one and they say, oh my gosh, he's got another previous episode. And they might just want to go back to the entire beginning of your season and then just watch right there. So that will kind of become like a chain reaction. And Google is going to take that as well. ChatGPT is going to show that in your show notes. And really, that's about it. I want to hear what you do in the comments to get people to binge your podcast. So here's a takeaway, give you the key takeaways. So first of all, you need to start using hyperlinks in your show notes. You get that all from Libsyn and I'm getting tongue-tied here. Buzzsprout and Podbean. Well, I just had a brain freeze right there. But they all give you, in the show note editor, hyperlinks. And you have to click the HTML link. So you at least get the HTML in there. And then that hyperlink gets activated when people look at it. Now, Apple, unfortunately, does not show those links. I found that out the hard way. But Spotify will. So just remember that. Now, I want to also give you another key takeaway, and that is in your audio. At the beginning, say, this is what we talked about in the previous episode. Here's the title name. Here's the episode number. And then at the end of your audio, you're going to tell people, this is what we're going to talk about next time. Lead them wanting more. And really, that's about it. So, hey, thumb up the video. And I would love you to subscribe. And if your podcast is not on the World Podcast Network, go to worldpodcast.network and sign it up for free. Okay, this is Bruce. Talk to you in the next video. Bye.